Will, öncelikle merhaba, hoş geldin. Galatasaray'daki ikinci sezonunda neredeyse yarıladık ve seninle ilk kez röportaj yapma şansımız oldu. Öncelikle Galatasaray kariyerini soralım. Nasıl geçti bu 1,5 sezon?
I would say my Galatasaray career it's been great so far. Coming into last year, we were able to accomplish a lot. I mean, we made it to Champions League final. Didn't do as much as we played in Turkish League, but I mean, it was a stepping stone for like a first-year team put together. And I would say, I mean, from that, you just kind of grow with expectations and then the chemistry with the coaches and the fans and bringing in kind of a new core of people this year. But overall, I would say it's been great. It's been a good like building foundation to try and build something special and try to build winning ways.
İstanbul'dan Euro Cup şampiyonu olarak ayrılmıştın. Yeniden geldiğin ilk sezonda Basketbol Şampiyonlar Ligi'nde final oynadık. Türkiye kariyerini neredeyse kupa ile kapatıp kupa ile açmış olacaktın. İlk sezonun için neler söyleyeceksin?
First season in Turkey or first season last season. I mean, it was special. I mean, for me, that's been a goal of mine is to get back to a championship game. I mean, it was before last year. It had been almost like 9-10 years since I've been in a final. So that's been a goal of mine, and that's what's keep driving me to kind of keep working out every day, keep doing my routines and ice baths, and trying to stay healthy and to get back to another final. Because that's the pinnacle of basketball. You know, you want to get to championships. You don't want to just want to play games, get to the playoffs, and go home. You want to get to the final. So so this year, that's what we're working towards right now. We're off to a great start, and just trying to take it game by game and get back to where we were.
Peki bu sezona gelecek olursak nasıl başladı, nasıl devam ediyor? Sence bu sezon nasıl sona erecek?
I would say it's solid right now. We're still early. I mean, I always tell people like, you lose a game or two, and it's like, don't hit the panic button. It's a 10-month season. I think we're only in like month 3 out of 10 months. So half the time you don't even remember this month when you get to April. You don't even remember what happened in November or whatever. So we started off better than we started last year, I would say, which is a plus sign. So we're just trying to keep our feet on the ground, keep doing the work every day, and just keep moving forward and try to get wins every time we get on the court.
Şu anda ikinci sezonunun içindeyiz. Bir kulüpte 2 sezon üst üste kalmak, istikrar ve aidiyet açısından senin için ne ifade ediyor?
I mean, that was kind of the selling point for me to come back. It's stability. I know you're comfortable. You kind of know the whole city. When you come back for your second year, you don't have to. All right, what's the food places? Where's the grocery stores? Where's everything at the mall? So when I came back, it's just kind of you coming right back to I was home, quote unquote, and it makes life a lot easier. You don't have to make an adjustment. You already know what to expect. The coaches, the fans, the staff. It just makes that time on the court even easier to adapt to again, just because you don't have to worry about off the court. So I mean, I would say that was a selling point for me to really just come back for year 2. And just be able to be comfortable.
Okay. Bu sezonki kadronun enerjisini nasıl buluyorsun?
Oh, I would say not too much has changed since last season. I mean, I would say we still have a funny group. I mean, I don't know what it is, but we always get guys that are hilarious. So the locker room's always is laughter nonstop, jokes nonstop. So and I think just on the court. We have guys that kind of know their roles and just want to do anything to help the team win. So right now we're showing up well, especially in Champions League competition. We're starting to get on the streak in Turkish League and try to get rolling there. So right now we're playing well. We just try to kind of stick with the winning ways and kind of ride the waves of a high and low season. So.
Bu sezon sen ve James Palmer haricindeki tüm yabancı oyuncularımız yeni. James ve takım arkadaşlarına olan bağın nasıl? Yeni oyuncularla kimya kurma sürecin kolay oldu mu?
Yeah, I mean, everybody knows my relationship with James. That's the bro. So that relationship is going to be there no matter what, on and off the court. We have that chemistry. And then the new players, our new guys in the locker room, it was pretty easy. Of course, everybody has their different characteristic, personality, but they're all great guys. They all laugh, they all like to have fun, and all in all, it's a great group of guys. No egos, everybody just wants to win and keep this shit moving and get back to where we were last year.
Sezon başında seninkiyle benzer bir şekilde Türkiye'deki ilk sezonunda Euro Cup şampiyonluğu yaşayan Erik McCallum takıma dahil oldu. Erik ve Buğrahan ile birlikte kaptan olmak gibi bir sorumluluğun da var bu sezon. Bu seni Galatasaray'a daha ait hissettiriyor mu?
Yeah, it does. I mean, I'm not like sole captain, so like it's a little different. But even just, I think in my 11 years over here, I've never been like had the title captain at all. Like whether it's co-captain, vice captain, sole captain. So it's definitely like an honor to be able to have that tag as an American import, being on a team in Europe. Because I mean that doesn't really happen too often. You don't really have too many Americans that get the captain title. It's normally like domestic players. So I mean it's an honor to have that tag from coach who believes that you're a leader for the team. And of course you don't take it lightly. You try to use that and set a good examples for guys, whether you're working out after practice, you're putting the work in, you're showing up on the court, and so you just try to use that captain and don't take it as just a word, but you try to show it on and off the court for guys to see an example. So.
Sahada takıma liderlik ettiğini görüyoruz. Peki soyunma odasında Cummings nasıl biridir? Sessiz bir lider mi yoksa konuşkan biri mi?
I would say I'm a quiet leader. I normally turn it off when I get off the court. So you'll see me more like maybe yell at somebody or kind of get at somebody on the court, or raise my voice or something. But off the court, I mean, I try to turn it off. I'm an introvert at heart, so it takes a lot for me to even do that on the court. I had to grow into that. I mean, when I was in college, I was like a mute leader. Like I would just kind of show guys my play and like my routines after practice and stuff like that. And I wouldn't really kind of talk on the court. I had to grow into that as I got older and overseas when you're playing with grown men. So coming to Europe, I had a lot of guys that were older than me, and now it's kind of flipped where I'm like the older guy on the team. So I am more vocal. But in the locker room, it's more turned off. I'm more like just laughing. Normally laughing at all the James, Eric, CB, laughing at all the guys. I'm just kind of sitting in the background. In that way, but yeah, on the court I'm more vocal, and in the locker room I'm more quiet. So.
Antrenmanlarda en rekabetçi olduğun takım arkadaşın kim?
For me, I would say sole for myself is Zach. So he doesn't stop. He's gonna foul you. He's gonna pick you up 94 feet. He's gonna try and steal every basketball, and I just try to survive. I just try to survive the young guy, man. But he's a great guy. I know he's working hard. This is his first year back in Europe from college, so yeah, that's my competition in practice every day. But yeah, I would say Zach for sure. Zach.
The honorable.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. He's full speed, nonstop. He's gonna practice hard. He's gonna do whatever it takes to make himself better as a basketball player, and I respect it, man. I wouldn't want him to come in and take it easy on me. So I still got to teach him some things like in practice. I draw some fouls on him, but for the most part, he's doing a great job, working hard and practicing hard.
Geçtiğimiz günlerdeki bir röportajında hayattaki en önemli şeyin aile olduğunu söylemiştin. Geçtiğimiz sezon seninle birlikte daha çok İstanbul'daydılar. Bu sezon onları daha az gördüğünü söyleyebiliriz. Bu durum seni zorluyor mu?
Yeah, I would say it's always pretty difficult, especially when you have like a child involved who can actually talk and voice their opinion like they're 10 years old when they're 4. But it's definitely harder when the separation, like I said, like the kid makes it a lot more difficult than just being with your spouse. Like when the spouse, you've been doing it for so long that it makes it easier. But when the child's involved, it has another voice of a child that kind of makes it louder. But I don't think they've spent less time. I think it's about the same. They kind of do their stints home in a way because now she's in school. So yeah, it does make it a lot harder, and you just try to manage your emotions and just kind of you just get through it. I don't know how to really explain it. Like other guys, like Eric knows, like it's hard to kind of voice it like as a person or American being overseas for like 10, 11 years now. You just kind of get used to it, which is wrong, but it's just kind of one of those things that you just kind of, you keep moving and just try to get through it the best way you can. So, yeah.
Basketbol kariyerini sonlandırdıktan sonraki planın ne?
Life after basketball. It's probably going to include more basketball. I've thought about it. I've thought about like being a coach. I thought about like skill development, like training kids. I've thought about like different avenues like that, whether it's like scouting service, you know, like different jobs that can be in the NBA and stuff like that. Yeah, I've thought about it. It's in the back pocket. So when the time comes, I'll explore more into those avenues. But it'll definitely include basketball in some avenue. Because if it doesn't, then you'll see me at like LA Fitness or one of those gyms trying to play pickup when I'm 45 or something, and I'm not trying to do that. So it'll definitely involve basketball in some capacity. Physically, emotionally, like I'm gonna keep playing until like all right, I'm done. But yeah, when that happens, then I'll transition. But basketball will some type of way like be involved with like my life after my on court like playing career.
Bir maçta seni insan olarak daha çok geliştirdiğini düşündüğün bir anı hatırlıyor musun? Böyle bir an var mı?
A certain game that helped me grow as a, I would say losing in the final last year. I mean, of course, there have been like plenty of other games like in my career that I've learned from and gotten better from, but like that's probably the easiest one like to remember right away. Yeah, I play that game back in my head probably once a week, maybe more than that. And like at the beginning, like I was upset with the referees for probably about 3 months until probably like August before I came back. And then I finally like kind of had like a self-reflection on it and was just like, I just wasn't good enough. You know what I mean? Like it got to a point where I was just like, I wasn't ready. I wasn't good enough to win the final that day. So like whatever the reason was, like, I don't know whether it's tired or just wasn't good enough, shots wasn't falling. But I just realized that like you just had to be better. Like to get to that point and reach that achievement, you have to be at your peak best in performance, and just wasn't good enough. So spending all this time to be ready for that moment again. So yeah.
Zorlandığın dönemlerde motivasyonunu nasıl koruyorsun?
Through tough stretches, I would say just the daily work that I do. I mean, it's basketball, so you're never going to play your best for a 10-month season. It's just not possible. Like, you're always going to have like the ups and downs, whether you're missing shots, making shots, having like a rough patch of like a game or two, have a great stretch of 4 games, bad stretch of 2. Like it just happens. It's the niche of the game. But for me, like I try to stay consistent in like my work after practice, where it's my shots, my floaters, those things, and just knowing that like when I do those, I'm gonna give myself a chance to play well every time. And then sometimes just watching film on certain things that I think I'm struggling at and just trying to get those habits of getting them back on track. And then at the end of the day, you just know who you are and know what caliber of player you are, and you just try to just keep that in the back of your head and just keep moving forward, and don't put too much weight on bad games because they're gonna happen. Like it's part of basketball, you know. So.
Kendi kariyerinde gurur duyduğun bir kırılma noktası var mı?
A turning point in my career that I'm proud of. Turning point. Yeah, I would say turning point that I'm proud of. Man, I would say probably I would take it back to my first time in Turkey, playing for Darüşşafaka, and for me that was a different season. That was like my second year in Europe, so I'm still considered young, you know, like learning. And we had like probably 8 Americans on that team, so a lot of the time like I was kind of in and out, like the rotation. I wasn't just playing like 30 minutes a game or whatever in that capacity. So I had a lot of stretches where I would play a lot, not play a lot, sit for a while, sit a couple games, had to watch a lot. And then when we got to the Euro Cup final, like I was needed. So, and I like delivered. So like looking back on my career, I would say that's probably like the most memorable like point for me, is being able to kind of go through all that and still be ready to perform when like my number was called in that caliber of a stage in the Euro Cup final. So that's probably what I'm most proud of for myself, being able to handle that situation. And I think that helped me for the rest of my career, being able to kind of play different roles, whether it's off the bench, starting, sitting for a while, playing. Like I can pretty much, at this point, I can handle anything, you know. So that's why I don't really, you'll see me come off the bench now, and it's, you know, it doesn't really affect me too much. So I credit that to that season, being able to go through that and then still play well at the end. So
I think your performance had brought to Kappa to
yeah. I didn't want to say it, but yeah. So that helped us get to the pinnacle and get the trophy. So to me, that's, for me in my whole career, that's one of the best moments for myself, despite all the awards and stuff. I was like, just being able to go through that and then perform still at a level when you're needed and when it's like no excuses. You can't be like, oh, I was sitting for 5 games. Like, how do you expect me to perform? But you just kind of have to go out there and get it done. And yeah, that's probably the most memorable and proud moment of myself that I've had probably in my career.
Aslan gibi savaş mottosu sana ne ifade ediyor?
I mean, it's kind of self-explanatory. It's like, everybody knows kind of like the lion is the apex in the jungle. So it's like you be that on the court, you know, like it means be physical, don't back down, be dominant, like all the things that you kind of try to be on the court, especially on defense. You kind of want to set the tone. You don't want to be like pushed around on the court, and you know lions don't get pushed around. So that's right away like what it translates for me. And you just want to be that on the court and have that be a representation of our team and how we play.
Taraftarla bağını nasıl tarif edersin? Onların enerjisini sahada ne kadar hissediyorsun? Taraftar bu videoyu izlediğinde onlara nasıl bir mesaj vermek istersin?
But no, the connection with the fans has been great. Of course, you have like some of them sitting courtside. You can hear those more than you can hear the ones like in the stands. But I mean, they're always supportive. Like they're like as fans that really support, you know they're going to be critical of you, and you know they're going to support you when you're doing good. So, I mean, it's a two-headed sword, and that's what you expect from people that want you to succeed and be the best. So, with that, I think that they've shown great support. You see the kids all around the arena want pictures and autographs. They ask for jerseys all the time, which I wish I could give out, but I'm sure you guys would charge me if if I gave away all my jerseys. But yeah, I mean, it's been good. Of course, like on the other end, we wish that we would have bigger crowds. I think that helps you build a home court advantage. I mean, for me, I'm gonna keep saying it. I was disappointed in Champions League final when we had maybe 50 fans show up, and we're going against Malaga, a Spanish team who had numbers of fans that are yelling at us through the tunnel and everything. So it kind of felt like an away game at a neutral site. But we do wish that we have more fans, especially when right now we're 4-0 in our Champions League group and in a good spot in climbing in Turkish League. We just wish we had more people show up and support like they did in the days where Euro Cup days and Euro League days, which I understand. They want Euro Cup and Euro League, so. But yeah, that's my thing. I just want the arenas to be fuller, especially for Champions League. I understand like not coming for a game they feel deemed to be lower level in Turkish League where we're playing against a bottom standing team. But for Champions League, like every game matters. Like in Champions League, you lose one, that could mess up your whole season with the point difference and everything. So definitely for Champions League, like being able to have that arena be like a home court advantage is a big factor for us.
Türkiye'de ve İstanbul'da yaşam nasıl gidiyor? Antrenmanlar ve maçlar haricinde neler yapıyorsun? Nasıl vakit geçiriyorsun? İstanbul'da gitmeyi en çok sevdiğin yer neresi?
Mm-hmm. Oh, I mean, I've said it like I love Istanbul. It's probably top 2 for me in the cities that I played in. Of course, I mean, I played in Melbourne, Australia, so like to me, that's like, it's hard to beat that just because it's like America. I mean, Australia, everybody speaks English, the culture, the lifestyle is pretty much the same as you would get in America. But other than that, I would say Istanbul is next in line, just based on like daily life, access to everything, malls, food. I mean, you can't really beat it. Like, these are like the best apartments that you kind of stay in, like in any other country that I've been in. So yeah, it's great. Like family-wise, there's stuff to do for my daughter, like jump places, playgrounds. So it's a great place to play in. And then I would say like off the court, I'm a chill dude. I'm a video game guy. I'm waiting on Call of Duty to come out on Friday. I play with Fabian probably almost every day with like Battlefield Online, CV. I don't know if we have a team on FIFA. We have a Galatasaray team on FIFA. I think it's 5 of us. Me, Tibet, Fabian, Rome, and CB. We have a team on there. So we have, I forgot our record, but we have a team. So we play FIFA together, and that's like my off the court life for sure.
İstanbul'a ilk geldiğinde seni en çok ne şaşırtmıştı?
Now or my first time? First time. I would say probably my apartment and like the malls. Because I'm gonna tell you why though. Because of course I was in America, but then the year before this I was in Aris, so in Thessaloniki, Greece. And if you've been to Greece, you know like it's older, like in a way, like of course it's beautiful, like beaches, everything, but the buildings and apartments are more older. So I would like lose heat all the time, and coming from America, I'm like, what is going on? I'm like, I'm not used to this. This is like a different world. And then I fast forward and come to Turkey the next year, and I have like a 3-bedroom apartment, like flat screen TVs, malls. I'm like, okay. So I would say that was like the biggest thing that I saw right away. It was like, yeah, it's a lot more comfortable and more relatable to America than being where I was last year. Even though I love the city, great food, great people, and a beautiful country, but definitely the apartment and the malls were the biggest thing for me right away.
This is an interesting answer for me.
Yeah.
I was supposing you will say traffic.
No, I mean, cause I can get a driver and just go to sleep. You know what I mean? Like I don't have to like worry about traffic too much. Like of course it's gonna take like an hour, but like people don't understand. Like in America, if I want to drive, like I can drive an hour and still be in my city in America. Like so it's not too crazy. Like it takes me 30 minutes to get to my workout gym, like on a day. So it's not bad for Americans, like, but it is crazy though. Traffic is crazy for sure.
Türk yemekleriyle aran nasıl? Favorin belli mi?
Baklava. I can eat baklava right now. Like I think I had some the day after the game. Yeah. I can eat baklava every day, honestly. That's like, I have to kind of tailor it back just cause like, it's too much. But baklava for sure, that's like my number one. I need to learn how to make it for sure before I, yeah.
Türkçe öğrendiğin bir kelime var mı?
I don't think I've learned any like new words like this year. I think I just kind of took what I knew from back then and just kept using them. Like I know, like if I'm in a taxi, I know like sasso. Like I know how to tell them right or left, direction, teşekkürler for sure. Like merhaba, like I can't speak like sentences or anything like that, but I can survive. Like if I get lost, I can just be like sasso or I can figure it out. But I can't speak Turkish, no, I can't.
En çok kiminle şakalaşırsın?
James for sure. Yeah, it's nonstop. Like, probably James, and then probably James and E. I would say those two, like, probably we joke the most. It's probably it's everybody though, honestly. Like, it's James and everybody's a tie after that. Like, our group is out of line right now. It's 24/7.
En iyi giyinen takım arkadaşı kim?
Best dressed player on the team. I'm gonna say who puts the most. I would say James probably.
CB the most stylish. Let me check out the fit. CB most stylish.
I would say he probably puts the most like effort into like clothes and stuff. I'm trying to think. Probably James and CB, them two. Yeah, I think James for sure spends the most money on clothes. I don't for sure. I don't buy clothes like expensive clothes. I spend my money elsewhere, but James and CB probably are the two probably best dressed, I would say. Yeah.
İstanbul'da kaybolsan ilk kimi ararsın?
Ebo probably tired of me. I call Ebo for everything. If I'm like, if my car don't work, if anything, I'm calling Ebo. That's like my emergency contact in Istanbul. If it's not Ebo, I don't know. I might call you. Either you or Coach. I'm gonna call somebody. I'm gonna just run down the list of the admins in our group chat and be like, somebody's gonna pick up for sure. But yeah, Ebo for sure is the top one.
Will, teşekkür ederiz.
Thank y'all. Yeah, that was a good one. That was a good interview. That's a funny one.